Hello and welcome back to Bookmark Chronicles, and today I'm going to talk about 5 books that I will never read because I don't want to, because they don't sound interesting to me, and because I just don't give a fuck that they exist. This video is probably going to be pretty short. I know you're probably thinking all of your videos are short. Because I genuinely don't have much to give more than I'm not interested or these few reasons. And that's all I got. First book on this list is A Little Life. I remember that period of time where everyone was getting on the internet and crying, sobbing, bawling over this book. And I just don't want to be a part of the club. I don't know what's going on in this book, but I do not want to know. From my understanding, this is a fiction novel that has something to do with addiction and a lot of childhood trauma. And I don't understand why so many people were like, yep, that's what I need, that's what I want. Rip out my heart and I'm gonna vlog it. I have questions, but if that's how you feel, I hope you all enjoyed it. I remember a lot of people talking about it or how they wanted to read it, but I don't ever actually remember hearing anyone say that it was good, which leads me to more questions, because were y'all just reading it for funsies? Or is it actually like well written? Did you walk away with something? And I'm not saying that you have to walk away with something, I'm just curious. But will I ever put myself through that? No. There's nothing wrong with a book that makes you cry. There are very few for me, but they still exist. But this one, with the way all y'all was crying on the internet, I'm gonna pass. The next book on this list is Haunting Adeline. And I believe this is a series, or at least a duology. It's Haunting and then Hunting or something like that. Yeah, no. Now, I am not here to yuck anybody's yum. I am not necessarily a dark romance girly. I think that perhaps one day I might decide to dive into that world, just dip a toe in and see how it is over there. But with this one, it's a no, a hard no. And I can say for sure that it is a hard no because Natalie Megan over at Weirdo Book Club has a full review of it. So if you are interested in watching her suffer as she goes chapter by chapter, I will have that video linked in the cards and in the description for you. Thank you, Natalie, because I wasn't gonna do it. But also I was curious because it was going around on Book Talk and it made its way to BookTube, and I knew it was dark romance though, so I was like, I'm probably not gonna like it. Plus it was hyped up by Book Talk, so I probably wasn't gonna like it for that reason either. And it definitely would have been a DNF for me, so that would have been a waste of my time and energy. But if you also are curious, you can watch that video and decide from there. There were a lot of weird things in that book though that just I know would not have worked for me, so it is truly for the best that I never read it myself. Next is Cruel Prince by Holly Black. If I'm not mistaken, this is a YA fantasy romance or something. I don't know what it's about, but it just never sounded appealing. And I feel like I know a few people who read it and didn't love it or DNF'd it. But I feel like this is one of those that is so popular and I'm just like, okay. Funnily enough though, Holly Black, I'm pretty sure, has a middle grade series that I read when I was a kid, and I never finished the series, but I know I loved it. It was really fun. It was a fantasy about these siblings, and I don't know if they like lived in a world with magic or if they ended up in a magical world or whatever the fuck, but it was really good. I'm low-key tempted to see if I can find the books and read them as an adult, but that series, loved it. Cruel Prince, not even the slightest bit interested. Then we have Mile High. Why would I read this if I could just read an actual Black romance? That is it. That is all. And if you would read that instead of a Black romance, you are part of the problem. That's all I have to say about that one. Last but not least is another Book Talk favorite, and that is Zodiac Academy. I know quite a few people who have been interested in that series or who have actually read that series, and the things that I have picked up from what I've heard are magical school, which I don't really care about, bully romance, which no thank you. Overall, it truly just does not seem interesting. In my personal opinion, the majority of Book Talk really can't be trusted anyway, so that was never gonna be an option. But every time I see someone talk about it, I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm good. Also, why is the series like 9 books long? Like apparently book 9 is coming out this year. Why? I have so many questions. How many years are they supposed to spend at the academy? How many books does it take to get through 1 year at the academy? What are they at the academy for? You know what? It doesn't matter. I'm never going to read it. I'm not interested. From the little snippets that I have heard, from what I have seen, I'm good on that. I am curious though, like, since it's called Zodiac Academy, and I assume it has something to do with zodiac signs, are there supposed to be 12 books? And are they actually related to signs of the zodiac? Somebody answer those questions for me, but no, I will not read it. Thank you. So those are some books that I personally will just never read because I don't want to. What are some books that are very popular maybe that you're not interested in, or maybe that you tried and were just like, no, or maybe you don't like the author, things that you've seen popular on BookTube or BookTok? Let me know. Otherwise, that's all I have for you today, and I'll see you in the next video.